the ways to move virtual machines and to provide failover capabilities for virtual machines, we're now going to demo shared nothing live migration. In this demo, I'm going to show you the steps needed to replicate and live migrate a virtual machine from one physical system to another where they are not sharing common storage. Inside of Windows Server, I can simply launch Hyper-V Manager and see the different virtual machines I have running on this system. So on VM host 1, I have one virtual machine running. To move that virtual machine, I simply need to right-click on the host and pull up the action to move that virtual machine. As I go through the wizard to choose how I'm going to move the virtual machine, I can choose to move the entire virtual machine or just the virtual machine storage. I'm going to move the entire virtual machine, and I'm going to specify the destination host that I'm going to move that virtual machine to, which is host 2. At the destination host, I need to tell them where I'm going to store the virtual machine contents, like the hard disk and the configuration files and those things. I want to combine them into a single file location, and I'll pick the folder where I'm going to put those virtual machines off of the VM store folder. As you can see, I'm connecting to local storage here, so it's not a shared out SMB file share, or it's not a shared SAN device or a cluster share volume. This is two independent Hyper-V servers, and inside those two Hyper-V servers, I'm going to move it from the local disk on the existing Hyper-V server to the target Hyper-V server and its local hard drive. At that point, I have the source destination, the configuration, where I'm going to store the virtual machine to. I hit finish, and it initiates the move of the virtual machine from this physical system to the destination host. Now we have seen how Windows Server 2012 has increased the capabilities of how you can manage where your virtual machines are located by decoupling where the virtual machine is running from the underlying physical host. I can do things like store virtual machines on SMB file shares. I can live migrate virtual machines, whether within a cluster or external to a cluster. I can even migrate the virtual machine storage all live without any downtime to the VM. And lastly, I can move virtual machines from one physical system to another, even if they don't have shared storage in common or are members of a cluster, which means that I can move a virtual machine from one physical host to another with nothing but an Ethernet cable.